up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So like I promised in the last video, this video is gonna be Brembo install. But before we get into that, I'm gonna go over a couple of little things that I've been working on. So let's get into it. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Alright guys, just to go over some of the stuff that I have done since dropping the motor in. I have the power steering reservoir and the power steering pump all connected together, ready to go. All I got to do is install it onto the head once I get the studs. Then obviously I just put the rockers and the push rods in it and the gaskets. As far as the wires, I already started running some of the stuff, setting the wires where I'm gonna need them. As far as the alternator, I seen they have a relocation bracket that actually puts it up in this area. The only problem is it's like 250 bucks. So I feel I can make something and not get anywhere close to spending 200 bucks. All the lower sensors are connected, so the knock sensors, crankshaft position sensor, starters wired up, transmission, all those plugs, everything, the manual cable that runs to the shifters installed. So everything underneath this is pretty solid, with the exception of the headers. Now, as you can tell, those are pretty damn close to this frame rail right here. So I'm hoping I don't have to notch this frame to get those in. I don't want to use the OEM exhaust manifolds. I do have, like I said, everything ran for the power steering pump except for the cooler. That's where these two hoses would connect to the power steering cooling, I assume. When I got the car, it didn't have any of the front accessories, so it didn't have the AC condenser, the radiator, transmission, cooler. It didn't have any of those. So I don't know if I'm gonna go with like a 3-core aluminum type, which I think would do better for this motor. As far as the dipstick, I had to replace it because it was broken. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is the right one because I'm having problems putting it in, but it is hitting the frame rail here, so I can't get it in all the way. I'm gonna try to get that in once I pop the heads off to put the studs in. But for the most part, that's where I sit with this. So now that I can't really do anything else to the motor, I'm gonna go ahead and start popping on those Brembos. So let's get into it. Alright, so this is everything I'm gonna need. So the only thing I'm worried about right now is if these 18s are gonna be big enough to put back on with the caliper and rotor. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't need anything other than the knuckle, so all that other stuff's got to come off. We'll test fit that tire. If it fits, I will continue on to the other side. But that's it. That's all you need. I'm gonna move on to the other side. Still gotta tighten all the bolts down, but now I'm gonna see if the tire's actually gonna fit with the caliper. And just as I thought, so the 300 rims are not going to work with the caliper. If you try to push them on, it hits the caliper. I mean, it's round enough to clear, but the offset is causing it to hit the caliper, which is fine. I'm gonna take these off and paint them anyways, but in the meantime, I'm gonna head over to the other side, put the spindle on, do everything I just did, but I won't be putting the caliper on the other side as well. So it looks like your boy's in the market for some rims. Alright guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for this video. On my way to work right now, but I had to share something. Got my stud kit for the heads, so stay tuned guys, we're gonna get that going. That's it for me guys, so remember, make sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned. And thanks again for stopping by. Peace out.